And scientists find a key chemical in dark chocolate that may slow the ageing process. Now, you may be pleased to hear this one. Researchers suggested that eating chocolate could slow down ageing. A new study has found that a key chemical in dark chocolate called theobromine, a common plant compound that comes from cocoa, could have anti-aging properties. Researchers at King's College London came to the conclusion by comparing the levels of theobromine in the blood of twins. Well, I'm very happy to say that I have a piece of dark chocolate here, and I'm just going to nibble on this because very delicious, very tasty. Let's speak to Jordana Bell, Professor in Epigenomics at King's College London and part of the team behind this research. It's lovely to speak to you, Professor. Tell me exactly what eating this bit of dark chocolate does to me that potentially could stop me from ageing.
Hello, and I'm very pleased to join you. So our research focused on compounds that are found in food and specifically in cocoa and in coffee as well. And we found that of all the compounds that we looked at, there was one, theobromine. And what we found was that levels of theobromine in blood were related to measures of biological aging. So we didn't actually necessarily relate how much chocolate you're eating per se and what kind of chocolate you're eating. What we're looking at here is the levels of these compounds that are most commonly found in cocoa. And we see a strong association with two molecular measures of biological age.
So what is that association and what kind of an impact does this have? And does it only work with dark chocolate then? And is it to do with an amount of cocoa, or does milk chocolate work the same?
So theobromine is found in different foods. It's most commonly found in cocoa. Now, dark chocolate has most levels. Milk chocolate has some, and white chocolate does not have any. What we find is that there's a variation in the level of theobromine in the people that we looked at in their blood. And sort of using a very rough estimate, if you look at those with the most levels of theobromine and compare them with those with the least level of theobromine, according to one measure of biological aging, the difference there could be as much as 1.5 years in terms of biological aging rate.
And interestingly, you're talking about biological aging, aren't you? Not how your skin looks, it's how your body ages. Just explain that if you can to anyone who's confused.
Yeah, so obviously aging is a very complex process and there's lots of aspects to it. We are looking at one of those aspects, which is looking at the molecular process that drives some of these effects, and that's called epigenetics. That basically what we're looking at here is these chemical tags that can be added onto your DNA or not, and that affects the activity of genes. So based on that information, researchers have developed molecular markers of biological age, and there are many different such markers, and we think that they sort of capture different aspects of the aging process. What we find is that two of these aging markers, or aging clocks, if you like, relate to the level of theobromine. One of them is called grim age, which was previously developed as a measure of lifespan, or it sort of looks at morbidity and mortality risk. And the other one was an estimate of telomeres, which are these protective caps at the ends of your telomeres that get shorter with age.
Okay. It's so interesting and so good to hear that something with chocolate in it is actually good for you in the long term. Jordana Bell, thank you very much for joining us.
Great.